So hey guys, welcome back to the explanation of My Friend's Little Sister Has It In For Me, Season 1, Episode number 3. Now look, I have already covered the first 2 episodes before this. If you haven't watched them yet, then please watch those first. And if you have watched them, then come on, let's start this episode's explanation without any delay. And yes, please hype up the video, please do hit like and all. Well come on then, let's begin. Well, at the start of the episode, we are shown Aki and all his friends, and these people are partying. We are told that this party is actually happening because a new member has been added to their 5th floor game, and seeing this, people are very happy. And then we are shown the next scene where we see that there is a lot of different food and their sensei is just drinking continuously. She keeps praising the drinks, saying the deadline has been met. Then our guy Aki asks, "You really gave me a hard time this time, huh?" And Iroha, who is also there, asks, "By the way, do you even know how much you've had already?" Sensei replies, "Yes, I mean, I'm not exactly going to count how much I'm drinking." Well, after that she asks, "Will you pass these snacks?" And just then, Iroha says, "By the way, thank you all very much for inviting me here, because I'm not even a member of the 5th floor, and yet you guys still invited me." And hearing this, Aki thinks, I mean, this is the same girl who nags me all day long, right? Since when did she become so sensible? How is she talking so politely? And right then we see Ozumi, and he says, "Bro, seriously, what amazing food you've made." And Aki replies, "Yep, it was easier than you think." He replies, "Yes, absolutely. I mean, you have no shortage of talent. You are an amazing guy, man." And then Aki says, "Oh yeah, okay. I mean, look who's praising me, the person who is so much more talented than I am." And the others are listening to their conversation. And here, Aki says to Ozumi, "You know, if any other engineer were in your place, they couldn't have gotten this work done, which you've managed to do in just 1 week." And Ozumi says, "It really came down to the wire this time. If I hadn't set up that program for Sensei, we would have been in trouble." Hearing this, Aki asks, "Man, what kind of program did you write to do that?" And after that, Ozumi starts enjoying the food again. And then Aki says, "Man, seriously, this guy is an absolute genius. I don't think there is anyone alive right now who can compete with this guy." To which Ozumi says, "Yeah, maybe you're right. But you know what? This skill is nothing but a disease if you don't use it correctly." After which, Aki listens to him very carefully. And then Ozumi says, "My skill only improved because you brought it onto the right path. Thank you very much. And in my eyes, there is no one more special to me than you." And then our guy, meaning Aki, says, while slightly embarrassed, "Yeah, I don't like to talk about the past." And Iroha is grinning after hearing their conversation. Then Ozumi asks, "By the way, where is Makigai-sensei?" Aki replies she couldn't make it because a deadline is coming up. And here, Aki explains that Makigai Namako was the winner of the grand prize in the newcomer category. She wrote a novel, and the copies of that novel sold a lot, and she had done very good work. And when I saw this, I wrote a fan letter to Makigai. I mean, I wanted her to work as the scenario writer for our game. And when I wrote that letter to her, you know what happened? She literally replied back. And seeing that, I was shocked. And, well, you know, I haven't even met her to this day. I mean, we just do our work online. Anyway, I feel like working with adults is going to be really difficult. And just then, their sensei speaks up. "What? Are you bad-mouthing me?" So he says, "Sensei, we are talking about Makigai here." And just then, his sensei literally starts lying down right there. And this guy asks, "Iroha, what on earth did you make her drink?" The scene shifts here, and we see that their sensei starts behaving very much like a child. And then Aki suddenly says, "Anyway, leave all this. It's time to be a little serious, because I have called you guys here for some important work." And the others now start listening to Aki very seriously. Well, the scene shifts here, and we are shown a scene from 6 days before the welcome party, where we see our guy, meaning Aki, standing at Mashiro's gate, ringing the bell. He just keeps ringing it, and ringing it, and ringing it. But brother, there is no response from the other side. And she comes from inside and says, "Would you pipe down? Weekends are for sleeping, not for disturbing others, by ringing the bell like this." He says, with a goofy face, "I am here to tell you that there is a party at my place on Friday, so I would like you to come." And hearing this, the girl angrily slams the gate in his face and leaves. But, brother, our guy, meaning Aki, is a bit tough. He doesn't give in easily. Meaning, he comes back again the next day and rings the bell again. But this time, the bell doesn't even ring. Then he comes down and checks why the bell isn't ringing. Then he understands that it's possible she cut the power to the bell this time. He says, well, whatever, I am not going to give up this easily. And you know what? This guy literally stuffs her mailbox full of letters. I mean, he puts so many letters in it that letters are just falling out of it. And seeing this, Mashiro gets really annoyed, thinking, has this guy gone crazy or what? Well, after this, we are shown a scene from 4 days before the party. And here, they are sitting in class. And brother, our guy, literally writes on a piece of paper and throws it to her. He says, you remember, right? I need to talk to you. And then Mashiro replies, do you know what you did with the mailbox yesterday? You put so many letters in it. I feel like someone is harassing me. Hearing this, our guy says, oh, is that so? Then do one thing. Give me your ID. We can talk on that. The girl replies, over my dead body. Then he sighs a little and says, oh well, there is still time. After this, we are shown the scene from 3 days before. And the same thing happens here. I mean, the guy tries, but the girl doesn't give him the time of day. After this, the scene shifts, and we are now shown the scene from 2 days before the party. Here, our guy suddenly stops her at the classroom door and says, Mashiro, you remember, right? There is a welcome party at my house the day after tomorrow, so you have to come. So, Mashiro says, this is not the time for your smug look, and walks back. Then our guy starts thinking about what to do now, and all the kids who are there are watching him. Well, after this, the scene shifts, and we see Aki shopping with Iroha. They are both shopping when suddenly Iroha spots something to eat. And there is a lady there who is roasting it. Iroha runs over there and says, wow man, this looks really good. And the lady asks her, would you like to taste it? And she picks it up and tastes it and says, seriously, this is amazing. And she says, senpai, you taste it too. It's really good. And offers it to him. Our guy says, hey, stop it, idiot. And hearing this, the lady says, what a rude boy. He doesn't even listen to his girlfriend. Hearing this, our guy says, what? Girlfriend? She is not my girlfriend. And just then, this girl makes a really cute face and asks, senpai, you are not going to eat this? This guy says, oh, just stop it. I mean, I don't want to eat. Then the woman says, you are so rude. Who makes their girlfriend cry like this? You should eat this. Then he says, okay, I'll eat it. Okay. Then Iroha says, no. I am not going to force you to eat it now. Now you will have to beg me for it, while making a cute face. Making a shocked face, and after cursing Iroha, our boy Aki says, I really want to eat that from the bottom of my heart, to which Iroha says, you don't seem very serious. And then this guy says, look, my kidney is begging. I mean, it wants to taste what this thing is like. And brother, he requests so much that the girl finally says, okay, fine. Since you are requesting so much, I can feed you. And then she makes him taste it there, and literally, Aki also really likes it. And he says, yeah man, seriously, its taste was amazing. And this woman is enjoying this from behind them. She says, isn't it nice? What a lovely couple they are. Well, the scene shifts here, and we see these two going ahead with their shopping. And here, during their conversation, Aki mentions Iroha and Mashiro are polar opposites. Then Iroha asks Aki, so what's the situation? I mean, were you able to convince Mashiro for the party? So our guy says, no man, she is completely avoiding me now. I don't know what to do. Well, after this, we see that Iroha is taking down some tomato juice. She asks, senpai, are you really trying? I mean, compared to when you get serious, it looks like you are barely trying right now. Then they have a deep conversation about how good Aki is. Then, suddenly, while trying to grab that tomato juice, Iroha slips, and our guy Aki catches her heroically. And after all this, Iroha feels very good. She says, you know, you are a very good person. I mean, she praises him a little bit here. And hearing this, our guy feels really good. And he says, yes, absolutely. I mean, now I am definitely not going to give up. Well, the scene shifts here, and we see Mashiro with papers lying around her. And oh boy, she is thinking, tomorrow is the party Aki invited me to. But even if Aki invites me to the party, I am not going. I am definitely not going. And on the other hand, we are shown the scene from the literal day of the party. Here, we see Aki trying to say something to Mashiro, and man, Mashiro just gets up and walks out of the class. Aki says, what just happened? Well, anyway, now it's time for my main plan. And he turns around and asks, Ozumi, is everything ready? Ozumi says, yes, absolutely. Everything is ready, just as you said. I mean, I can't believe you made me set this up in a week. So our guy says, sorry, I owe you one and will pay you back soon. And then our guy calls his team and says, okay then, let's start this new plan. Oh well, after this, the scene shifts, and we see that just as Mashiro is about to leave, Aki comes up behind her and says, Mashiro! And the girl says, hey, why are you running? I am not coming to your dinner party. So this guy says, oh, so you remember that my dinner party is today? That means you have a little interest in it. Hearing this, Mashiro was a little shocked. She says, yes, because you bothered me with it every day. So he says, anyway, leave it. I'm not stopping you for that. The fact is, I want to walk home with you. I mean, you don't have a problem with that, do you? And then he thinks to himself, now, she won't say no to this. I mean, I'm not that bad. I look decent enough. And as soon as he lifts his head, he sees that the girl has already fled the scene. He says, oh, damn it. Does she hate me this much? And he says, hey, wait up. And our boy starts chasing her. She is running ahead and our guy is literally chasing her from behind. And she asks, why are you chasing me? He says, don't think so highly of yourself. I am not chasing you. I'm just going to my home. She says, this is ridiculous. She changes direction and says, so stop chasing me now. To which our guy says, no, today I am going home with you. And the guy's getting angry now. And Mashiro says, look, now you're getting angry and yelling at me too. Well, after this, the scene shifts and we see Mashiro standing by the bank of a river. And just then, our guy also comes up from behind and she says, why are you so concerned with me? Just go enjoy your party with your friends. Then she says, I can't join an already built community. Then he says, okay, fine. If you don't join, what do you want to do? Where are you going with this? Just tell me this. How many friends have you made in the last week? I mean, how many people have you been able to talk to in your class besides me? So did you transfer your school just so you could live like this? Why aren't you answering me? And hearing this, the girl turns around and then he says, look, whatever happened at the restaurant, it was my fault. I admit it and I also apologize for it. You can be angry with me for it. Do whatever you want. Then, trying to comfort her, he moves near Mashiro. The girl turns back, trying to push him away, but both of them fall into the water. And brother, our guy looks at her and thinks, damn, she looks way too sexy. And he quickly turns his face away, and the girl asks, where are you looking, pervert? He says, no, nothing. I mean, you look too sexy. It's not my fault. And then as the girl tries to stand up, she falls right there. Or rather, she is about to fall when Aki catches her firmly. And he says, look, until you can stand up properly, just tell me. I will hold you. She says, okay. Well, the scene shifts and we see that both of them are finally sitting there. And our guy says, look, I mean, we both look like a couple right now, don't we? And she says, what do you mean? Are you crazy? I have never seen a worse couple's outfit than this. And saying this, she starts laughing. Then our guy says, maybe it's God's way of blessing our fake relationship. And they start talking about a lot of things. Then Mashiro says, you know, it's not your fault. And also, I don't hate you, so please don't hate me. To which our guy says, no one hates you, but others might think you hate them. And then she says, actually, I am scared. What if I don't fit in your circle and you all start hating me? I know it doesn't make sense. Then our guy says, no, it does make sense. I am an average-looking guy with average grades and average in pretty much every area, right? To which Mashiro says, no, you are not. I mean, didn't you create a game? So he asks, do you know that I created a game? She says, yes, absolutely, my uncle told me. He says, oh, then she says, he also told me that you earned quite a lot of money from the game, right? He says, yeah, I did, but more than half of it has already been invested back into the game. She says, that's impressive. You could become popular with that. Then our guy says, but that's a secret in our class. To which Mashiro asks, is it because they will make fun of you? But Aki says, no, it's because I don't want to get over my head and want to stay grounded, so it's more efficient to make it like that. Then, while giving her cutest smile, she says, you are really weird. And I mean, who says this line after a guy opens up to you? But anyway, moving forward. And, well, the scene shifts here, and we see them both heading back home. And as they arrive at their building, Mashiro is about to unlock her room. Just then our guy asks, won't you be coming to the party then? But Mashiro replies, I don't actually feel like going. So even after all this build-up, her answer remains unchanged. And then while leaving her, he says, please treat me well from next week. To which she says, okay. And just as she is about to open her gate, we see that someone has already opened it. Seeing this, Aki says, wait, let me go inside first. You follow me. And he takes the girl inside with him. And we see that as soon as he goes inside, Aki literally pushes her into the room and the lights turn on. And we see that all his members are here and they say, a very warm welcome to our team. And he, meaning Aki, explains, this is your welcome party. Hearing this, the girl is a bit shocked. She asks, what are you doing in my apartment? So Ozumi and Aki explain, actually, this isn't your apartment. This apartment belongs to Aki. We made a few changes. Like we created a wall beside my room to make it feel like your apartment. And your apartment is next to this one. And the girl here is a little shocked. She asks, I mean, why? Why are you guys doing so much for me? So they say, what do you mean, why? Look, the four of us here, we don't know each other that well yet either, but anyway, we are together, right? So we just want you to join us too. And just enjoy life a little. And, brother, these people talk very nicely here. I mean, a very good atmosphere is created. And Iroha also treats Mashiro very well. And Mashiro feels very good here. And in the end, she decides to party with them. And, well, with that, this episode ends right here. So let me know in the comments what you thought of the episode. How did you like this explanation? And yes, if you liked it, then please don't forget to like and subscribe. Well, okay then. I'll see you in another new video with another new explanation. Until then, take care. Goodbye.